Okay, so let's explore the 7 deadly sins, but let's dive deep into them, right? What are they essentially doing? So, the basic proposition at the beginning of these sins is pleasure, squirting, can replace God or spirituality, or in short, squirting replaces spirituality, right? You can use pleasures of the flesh or even like emotional exuberance or expression to subvert divinity, right? You don't need God when you can have orgasms. Is the basic, and they come in many forms. So it's not only just the sexuality, which is we're hyper focused on lust in the West, lots of cheap sex, whatever, but there's other forms of expression of this. So this is the body expression that's a natural drive, but it becomes an obsession, then it becomes a sin, right? Greed. A man should want to provide for his family. When it becomes a obsession, you're obsessed with power, so you can get more of the other things. Now it is a sin. It takes you out of connection with God and nature and puts you into time, into past and future. Um, Depression about the past, anxiety about the future. Pride, right? This is me, right? The building of your cognitive self, the strengthening of that will somehow make you resistant to death. It's all a lie, right? These are the sweet lies of the devil. They're accessible to every human, and they're more potent. They're more digestible. Like a sugar is very digestible, but it's very poisonous to you, right? All this is how the devil pulls away from God, right? Pulls you out of connection into your mind. So sloth as well, right? I don't want to feel any pain. I don't want to feel anything. Wrath, so you can be obsessed with revenge, right? Pulls you into time, right? You don't trust God's vengeance, right? You don't trust the perfect karmic process. You believe that righting wrongs is on yours, up to you, as opposed to nature or God. Gluttony, right? So obviously we have being overweight. We have envy as well. So social media, what is that? You're looking at what other people have and envying after them and liking it, and getting your own pride pumped up with likes and everything else, right? It's all just triggering dopamine. It's all squirting. And what do you do with it? It all puts you into your mind, right? So this is why you have monks that let it all go, right? They reject it all. They deny themselves. And what does that do? That puts you in connection with the now. You don't need anything. So they fast. They are not on social media. A lot of them are abstinent. A lot of them choose to be poor. A lot of them choose to remain anonymous. A lot of them still work very intensely and very hard. And obviously, you're not going to have obsession with revenge. So, it's important to not hold up for the treasures on earth. Like, these are all earthly things. And as such, they have no intrinsic spiritual value. They're just things that keep the body going, right? Yes, sex keeps the line going, keeps your genetic line going. Greed helps you protect that. Some level of wealth accumulation, 100%. Be confident. Don't have a leaky boundary. Take time to rest. Absolutely have a strong value, have a strong boundary, and have the capacity to be dangerous, have the capacity to be violent. But you have no obsession with violence, right? With that capacity, you actually have more peace. Eat quality foods. Don't be obsessed with the pleasure endorphin rush, the taste of different foods, everything. You can connect with people all kinds of ways. If you envy what they have, you're pulled away from the present moment, pulled away from God, and just hypnotized by what could have been or could be, right? It's all a lie. It's all intrinsically satanic, and you have to stay the balance in order to not get sucked into these little black holes. But once you cut through it, what are you left with? You're left without a past, without a future, and you have yourself, which is complete. And from that sense of self, you can use your past, create your future, but you can make them your servant as opposed to them running you. Thanks for listening.